a one-stop shop for gospel music in Berkeley, but a longtime African-American-owned record store plans to close after 75 years. KPIX5's John Ramos explains it's not just because of competition from the internet.
Reed's Records has been operating here in Berkeley for 75 years, and its owner says its closing signals the end of a lot more than just a record store. From pop music to gospel music to African-American church supplies, Reed's Records has had to adapt to maintain a niche and survive. But a few months ago, with sales few and far between, owner Deara Reed bought a for rent sign, but didn't have the heart to put it up until now.
The fourth quarter of this last year was so slow that I just don't think that I can eke it out anymore.
The store was started in 1945 by Deara's parents, Melvin Reed and his wife Betty. She is better known now as Betty Reed Soskin, the nation's oldest park ranger who works at the Rosie the Riveter Museum in Richmond. Over the years, Melvin brought gospel acts to Berkeley, including a teenager named Aretha Franklin. But Deara took the store over in the 1990s and hunkered down as digital technology ran competing music stores out of business.
People would always tell me, well, you must be doing really good because you're the only ones. Well, the problem is I inherited their no business. They didn't have any business, so what was I going to get out of it?
But much more than changing technology, Deara says it has been the changing neighborhood that hurts the most. An area that once teemed with African-American businesses is now almost empty.
We're pretty much, other than a couple barbershops, the last one standing.
Yeah.
You know, it's a tragedy. It's happening everywhere, all across the nation. Harlem, New Orleans, every place there's a black presence, it's getting deleted.
Black people have fled their neighborhoods, seeking a place they can afford, pushed out by economic forces beyond their control.
It's just the latest, from slavery to Jim Crow to crack. Gentrification is the now. It's the next thing that's happened to the black community.
Andrew Nelson was one of the few customers to drop by on this day. He puts his faith in God, but can't help wondering where all this is heading.
It's kind of ridiculous. Nobody really wants to go out and try and save some of the things that are landmarks that's been here for so long.
Deara says the record store is the victim of a changing world, but then so are the people who used to be its customers. In Berkeley, John Ramos, KPIX 5.